Morgantown, it's homecoming, and Geno Smith and the gold and blue make their Big 12 conference debut today against the high-scoring Baylor Bears. Greg Bowerjack along with Joel Klatt. So glad you're with us. You will find no lack of offense in this game. Both teams, Joel, they run at full throttle, and the goal is very simple. Run at least 90 plays a game.
Full throttle, kind of like this crowd. But in order to play explosive on offense, you got to have great quarterback play. West Virginia has that in Geno Smith, the front runner right now for the Heisman Trophy. Playing with a ton of confidence. Second year in Dana Holgerson's offensive system, and he's got the weapons on the outside to do that. Playing with a lot of confidence down the field. For Baylor and Nick Florence, they're having to replace one of the most dynamic players in college football history and last season's Heisman Trophy winner, Robert Griffin III. What Nick Florence has done very well is play within himself, play within the system. That's a system that is very explosive. Dating back to last season, the last 7 games that they've played, they've scored over 45 points. So he's done a remarkable job for Baylor.
And expect more high scoring today between these two clubs. It's homecoming in the mountains of West Virginia. And for the very first time, Baylor battles the gold and blue. Next on Fox. Big welcome back. It's an early fall afternoon in Morgantown, West Virginia. Petros Papadakis is our sideline insider, and Petros, West Virginia, they have a corral of wide receiver talent.
Oh, that's right, Bowler. I mean, Geno Smith is not doing it by himself. He's got 2 of the best receivers in the country, production-wise. Now, they're not very big guys, especially Tavon Austin. They call him Tavon Awesome. He's #1 in the country in wide receiving. He is a slot guy. The other guy is a high school teammate of Geno's. At Miramar High School in Florida, Stedman Bailey, a little bit more of an outside presence. Both these guys are all over the field, and they are explosive. Can't wait to see them.
All right, Petros, we'll be checking with you throughout the afternoon. The head coaches, Dana Holgerson, second year here in Morgantown, left the Big East last year. They won the conference championship, and then they went on to beat Clemson in the Orange Bowl. His counterpart, Art Briles, 5th season with Baylor. Bears have won 9 in a row. That's the second longest winning streak in the FBS, second only to TCU.
In those 9 games, they've scored 30 points or more. Like I told you, in the last 7, 45 points or more. Both of these offenses know how to put it in the end zone.
Well, Baylor won the toss, and they chose to receive. Oh, these offenses, explosive. 5th ranked in the nation is Baylor in points scored at 51.3. West Virginia ranked number 10 at 47.3. Both teams unbeaten, and West Virginia for the first time will play in the Big 12 Conference. And we're underway. Short kick taken 5-yard line. Dimitri Goodson up the middle at the 30, and is hit and knocked down at the 32-yard line. Let's take a look now at today's Taco Bell impact players.
For Baylor, you got to start with their quarterback, Nick Florence. Can't be easy replacing Robert Griffin III, but he's done a very steady job for them. Leads the nation in total offense with 336 yards per game. On the defensive side for them, Ahmad Dixon, a very good player. West Virginia, it's all about Geno Smith, their quarterback, when they're on offense. When they're on defense, check out Carl Joseph. He's a true freshman playing safety. Baylor will try to take advantage of him early in this game.
Baylor high-powered. Salubi, and they start on the ground. We'll see plenty of passing in this game. And it's a hurry up. The game 5. They get right to the line, and let's pull the trigger again. Over the top, wide open on the hands of Williams at the 25-20. And he stumbles and falls inside the 15-yard line. He's got that breakaway speed at 4.4 in the 40, but looked like he stumbled up at the 15.
Boy, when he caught this, I thought he was going to take it to the house. How about Florence in the face of pressure delivers a strike to Terrence Williams? Some people believe he's in the top 3 of wide receivers that are going to come out for the NFL next season.
A pickup of 50 yards, bouncing outside Salubi. And inside the 10-yard line. I don't know what grabbed Terrence Williams. He had a wide open look to the end zone.
It looked like that from our vantage point, but he goes down, and Baylor's going to have to continue to go to work here from the 8-yard line.
Second down, up the middle. Salubi powers his way to the 1-yard line. Doug Rigg.
Looks like they're calling for a quarterback sneak here from the sidelines. Just line up really quickly, get in there, snap it.
Well, Florence went under center. Now he takes a look as they stack it up front.
The coaching staff's irate with the official for holding that snap up. They wanted to snap that ball and run a quarterback sneak. Now they're going to actually have to run a play here.
Salubi alongside Florence. Handoff, walks in, touchdown Baylor. So after the opening drive interception, Baylor comes back behind the big pass play. Florence to Williams, and Salubi runs it in from 1 yard out.
Well, you got to credit Nick Florence for stepping up right after a pick. The very next snap, he hits Terrence Williams and puts themselves in position for that touchdown.
Aaron Jones with the point after. And he's perfect now this season. 19 of 19. That's how quick Baylor will strike. Salubi off the right side, pounds it in, his second touchdown of the year, up 7, Baylor.
This is Kevin Frazier, and welcome back to Fox College Football. Due to time constraints, we'll move ahead in our broadcast after this commercial break.
(14-7) Baylor. Jones the kickoff. Takes a bounce inside the 10. Tough to handle. Bailey tripped up as he nearly broke it outside at the 12-yard line. Geno Smith, a senior, Miami, Florida, last week against Maryland, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns. 68 career touchdown passes. We had a terrific chat with him yesterday, Joel. He loves to read. He's an English major, studies film, and that makes a good quarterback.
Well, confident guy, very cerebral player.
West Virginia back on the offensive attack, down by 7. Geno Smith shotgun, stands, fires up over the top. It's caught. J.D. Woods looked like he climbed up a ladder on that third rung and made the grab at the 47-yard line to pick up a 13. West Virginia hurries up. Beautiful pass in traffic. Tavon Austin. How did Geno Smith thread that needle?
What an accurate throw to Tavon Austin down near the ground. So tough for the defender to get in there and bat that ball away.
So a 13-yard strike followed by a 19-yard pickup. Mountaineers moving the football. They go to the ground, stacked up the pads. You can hear them popping as Bowie took a couple of hits, and they'll mark him at the 25-yard line.
Take a look at this last pass and threading the needle up high to Woods. Twice now on the series, it's been Geno Smith from the pocket making an accurate throw down the middle of the field to set them up with this great field position.
Up the middle, Bowie inside the 10. And again, Cody Clay made a key block to let Bowie rumble into the second level inside the 10-yard line.
Petros, there's another injury for Baylor on the sidelines. What's going on?
Well, right now they're taking cornerback, one of the best players on the Baylor defense, Demetri Goodson, into the locker room. It's his arm, guys, and it really doesn't look good. They're putting an air cast on him, and he does appear to be in a lot of pain. We'll get an update on Demetri Goodson, but right now for him, it doesn't look good, and this Baylor secondary needs all the help it can get with Geno Smith's assault on them right now through the air.
But he's played very well for them. They were singing his praises yesterday when we talked with the coaching staff, so they will miss Demetri Goodson in the secondary.
High snap. They hand it off, cut it back inside. Stedman Bailey works his way to the 7-yard line.
The pace with which these offenses are playing, this is difficult. They're making this look far too easy. The execution with the tempo, very difficult.
5 wide receiver set, empty backfield pressure up top. Oh, on the hands. What a catch by Woods, but a flag is out. Baylor came hard off the corner with blitzers. I don't know how Geno Smith got that ball away, but the catch by Woods was superb.
Woods, a star in his own right for this West Virginia team, and this is the penalty flag, roughing the passer on Baylor. They call that against Eddie Lackey. Touchdown's going to stand. Geno Smith stands in the face of pressure and delivers a strike for a touchdown.
Extra point, little chip shot up and good. We promise high scoring.
We don't lie.
14 all. Baylor and West Virginia on this homecoming afternoon here in Morgantown. We're tied up at 14 apiece. I'll tell you, it was rocking the last 2 days. This stadium, I don't know, it's full capacity.
The whole town was rocking. What a great environment. They love their college football here in Morgantown. 52-10 home record the last 10 years and 20 of the last 23. Petros, the environment here is fantastic.
Never seen anything like it. It's wild up here in the mountains. All the coonskin caps, I love it.
That penalty, of course, was marked off on the kickoff. No chance for Baylor to return. Florence, after that interception, has not missed a throw. How about 5 for 5 now? He was 4 for 4 for 81 yards coming into that series, but he had the pick early. But since that interception, he's 5 for 5. Zalubi, close to a first down, 35-yard line.
Philip Montgomery, the play caller for Baylor, he seems very comfortable with the run game right now. And Petros, they're doing a nice job winning up front with their offensive line.
And you talked about the strength of the center and the guards, Joel, but the tackles are inexperienced. A freshman and a sophomore, and they're doing a great job running the ball, kind of neutralizing the pass rush.
And the clock will run dry. What a first quarter it's been in Morgantown. Offense, Baylor. Offense, West Virginia. We're tied at 14 on Fox.
So the Mountaineer better pace himself today.
14 all. 10:03 to play here in quarter number 2. Great return. Sets up Baylor first and 10 at the 23-yard line. Florence in the gun. Tevin Reese, the motion man. Florence in traffic, nearly had it intercepted down inside the 5. Reese was the intended receiver, but good pressure up front by West Virginia.
And this is why Nick Florence had to get rid of the ball before he wanted to. He could feel that pressure coming from the middle of the pocket. That was George Wright that came in, a senior from Miami, and applied the pressure to Nick Florence.
Second down 10. Lake Seastrom in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Tries to cut it back. You know what? That was a great fake by the quarterback on option. He took that ball right out of the belly of Seastrunk on a keeper, and he picks up maybe 2. That brings up third down.
The fact that they don't have Jared Salubi in the game has really hurt them, because their run game was really helping them on first and second down. Now another 3rd and long. You got 3rd and 6 for Baylor.
Florence runs up as they try to audible out of this play. I tell you, the play clock's running out. Down to 3, just got the snap away. Florence stands, throws, far side, pitch and catch, caught. Williams, and he's out of bounds inside the 5-yard line at the 2.
Pat Miller, the corner on the top of your screen, or the top of the formation, gave way too much cushion for 3rd and 6. Didn't understand where the sticks were, and that's where Terrence Williams stops, gives his chest to the quarterback, Nick Florence. Easy conversion.
Martin, touchdown. touchdown Baylor. Glasgow Martin, second touchdown run in this first half, from 7 and now from 2 yards out.
Look at him find the hole low near the ground. Gets over the goal line. Baylor, their third touchdown of the day, second for Martin.
Aaron Jones with the point after. He's been busy, 3 for 3. When we come back from break, the Fox College Saturday studio will have a preview of the Pizza Hut halftime report. Stay tuned. It's 21-14 here. Baylor on the road. West Virginia homecoming and their Big 12 Conference debut. Aaron Jones. Line drive kick takes a wicked hop. Right around the 6-yard line, and Tavon Austin smartly lets just that ball fly away. Bowie lines up behind Geno Smith. Play action, one pump, sets up the screen. Oh, tough catch, but he brings it down. And that's Dustin Garrison, number 29, with a nice pickup. All right, thank you, Patrick. Here it's 21-14. Big first down run by Garrison as he rumbles up to the 37-yard line.
There's that first down, and now watch the rhythm, the confidence for West Virginia. Geno Smith gets the play to the offensive line, and here they go.
From the gun. Looks one way, throws near side. Did he have a foot down? Yes, at the 47. J.D. Woods, what a half he's had. Senior out of Naples, Florida.
Just such a good job by Geno Smith. Watch him looking left and flips all the way to the right side of the formation and then delivers the ball right where he needs to. Maybe a little too far outside, but his wide receiver is able to get a foot down for the completion. Complete command of the offense for Geno Smith.
Second down short. Fly it out to Austin. He'll dance for the first down. Spins out of a tackle. Past midfield to the 48-yard line. Boy, what an explosive player. Averages 115 yards, 11 receptions a game.
He's the special teams player of the year last year in the Big East Conference, and you see why. So shifty and quick in space.
Fresh downs for the Mountaineers. Garrison lines up behind Geno Smith. He'll get the carry. Right up the middle he goes for maybe a yard. Nick Johnson, number 76, a defensive tackle with the tackle.
That's his second on this series. He's a JUCO transfer from Navarro College. He's the one who pursued on that screen earlier in the series. He's done a good job already today keeping under control the West Virginia run game, which after the first couple of series has hit a bit of a wall in Nick Johnson.
No gain on that play. Second down 10. Smith in the pocket, goes middle field, up top, on the button, touchdown, Stedman Bailey. "47 yards as Geno Smith airs it out for 6.
Play action pass, and then just one of the most accurate deep passers in the game. Gets it right on the chest of Stedman Bailey. Geno Smith showing why he's a Heisman frontrunner. Dana Holgorsen is very upset. There was a personal foul on Stedman Bailey for spiking that football after he crossed the goal line. Dana Holgorsen's upset because he knows how important field position is in a game in which both offenses are going to go up and down the field. But the execution going back before the spike, what a tremendous deep throw by Geno Smith.
Didn't Kurt the extra point. And that ties the game up at 21 all. What a ball game. Bailey over the shoulder catch. And the celebration. Oh, what a game in Morgantown on Fox. 6:55 to play, a shootout in Morgantown. 21 all. Baylor, West Virginia.
Geno Smith, 18 of 20 for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's, ladies and gentlemen, why he's the Heisman frontrunner.
Well, that's his 20th career game now with 2 or more touchdown throws. kick at the 14-yard line. Goodley tripped up. Back to work goes Baylor. 21-all tie in Morgantown. Glasgow Martin alongside Nick Florence. He'll get the call. He'll push the pile past the 35. Well, Florence is a game manager, Joel. 8 of 11. Not quite the numbers that Geno's put up, but how about
he's been fantastic.
Yes.
You know, he's been tremendous in this game.
Remember, he had the pick early, and then he's been nearly perfect since. There's the pump. He's got man coverage up top. On the run, Tevin Reese breaks a tackle. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
65 yards. Carl Joseph had Reese around the ankles, and Reese ran right out of it.
The wheel route from the slot coming out to the outside. And how about the speed of Tevin Reese? Baylor answers West Virginia with a strike of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights. Aaron Jones, 27th consecutive game with the reception, and it's a touchdown for Tevin Reese.
I mean, are you kidding me with this? These guys are awesome.
65 yards makes it a 28-21 ball game. Baylor. Tevin Reese broke that tackle, and you can understand now why Baylor, Joel, is 5th in the nation in passing yards and number 5 in the nation in scoring. 51 points a game. They're at 28 with 6 minutes and change left in this opening half.
The execution on offense today has been mind-blowing. Both of these offense, both of these quarterbacks, both of the play callers. Let's just say I don't envy the defenses in this ball game. My goodness.
Long kick 2 yards deep. Here comes Austin. Makes a cut. 20. Watch out. 30. Austin, 40-yard line. Beautiful run. A dangerous run. He took it out of the end zone 2 yards deep and rumbles up to the 42.
Let's take a look back at that touchdown. Watch the defense get out of position. It's going to be a wheel route from the inside receiver. That's who the defender is supposed to cover. He's late getting there. The safety goes with the post route at the 50-yard line, and bang, off to the races. Tevin Reese ends up into the end zone. Nice strike by Nick Florence. It's easy to overthrow that ball. When he's that open, you got the look that you want to see. So credit the quarterback for stepping through and delivering that ball accurately.
West Virginia down 7. Will start this drive at the 41-yard line. All day to throw. Tavon Austin flies across the middle of the field, and right on target is Geno Smith. These two quarterbacks are amazing, and you're talking about big yardage on
every snap.
This is per play now.
Every snap. It's unheard of. 8.3 yards per play, 7 yards per play.
Fresh down to the 45 of Baylor. Quick hitter, far side. On the hands of Bailey. He steps out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Sam Hall, safety with the tackle out of Katy, Texas. Catch your breath. Second down and 5. Make it 4. Big hole. Bowie. Big yards. 28-yard line. You know, both coaches told us they wanted to reestablish and work on their ground game. So far, critical times, we've been able to see a couple of nice runs to try to reestablish the ground.
That's what makes it so hard on the defense. You can't just spread yourself out to stop the high-powered outside offense. You also have to stay sound in on the interior.
Quick throw near side. J.D. Woods. He'll take a Baylor Bear with him to the 21-yard line. On him was K.J. Morton.
Petros, that's why I think the safety position is so important nowadays in college football, because they've got to be run defenders and great in the pass game as well.
And they can't over-pursue when they come outside to these hitch plays and bubble screens. Very interesting.
Jordan Thompson, late substitution for West Virginia. Bowie lines up alongside Geno Smith. Smith, protection, breaks down, throws it to the end zone. Touchdown!
Wait for your receiver to tell you, I'm open. Blown coverage by Baylor. And as Geno Smith was escaping the pocket to the right, Stedman Bailey does exactly the right thing and continue his route on the back line of the end zone. Perfect execution for the touchdown. And now the extra point.
Extra point is up and good. Bailey, what a day. A touchdown in the first part of this quarter for 47. He catches this one from 40, and we're tied at 28.
Watch Geno Smith just buy enough time. As the protection was breaking down, he buys time to the right, finds Stedman Bailey. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The cat and mouse game that continues to go on. This is the Big 12 Conference. This is what it's all about. It's not about total yards and scoring defense. It's about just getting those stops when they arise, and neither defense has done a great job of that.
Goodley tries to take it up the middle. He's met head on at the 25-yard line. The true freshman, the free safety with a beautiful stop. In fact, Joe DeForest, the defensive coordinator, told us he may be the smartest freshman he's ever coached.
He's an athletic guy, and you saw it, a tackle in space. That's why they love him so much here.
One concern today, you've got to be able to play your lane, and you have to do open field, have open field tackling. Florence across the field, caught by Terrence Williams. And a first down, Baylor at the 48-yard line.
That's a matchup that they're going to have to exploit. Pat Miller's given a lot of cushion to Terrence Williams every single snap. And Baylor, even if it's to the far side like on the last snap, they have got to exploit that in order to move the ball and gain first downs.
Hot slant, down low, incomplete at the 35.
They ran a linebacker out of there late, right underneath the slant lane for Nick Florence. I thought that that was very confusing for him. That was Isaiah Bruce, the linebacker.
Another throw on the way, far side, through the hands of Sampson. And a hard hit. Pat Miller, you could hear those pads pop, and I think Sampson may have heard the footsteps. Ball was a little high, and it stops the clock. 3:14 to play. Third down, 10. Drop for a loss. Back to the 48. Terrence Garvin off the edge.
Florence was asking for a face mask before he ever even went down to the turf. But West Virginia, with the biggest defensive play so far for them of the day, besides the first interception, get off the field and give their offense a chance now, winding down 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the half.
Yard line will punt away. Tavon Austin. Straight up. Good hang time. Fair catch, 13-yard line. Bailey now with 23 career touchdown receptions for West Virginia. Mountaineers go back to work. Bowie to the 17-yard line. And the clock runs now up on nearly 2 minutes left in this wild first half. Timeouts if needed. Baylor with 3, West Virginia 2. Over the middle, wide open. Austin makes a cut near side, 50-45, and is right out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Baylor.
Another blown coverage for Baylor. Austin, just an easy underneath route, and he was wide open. Geno Smith again buys some time, backs up in the pocket, and then you see the running ability after the catch of Tavon Austin.
45-yard pickup. Now the keeper, Geno Smith. smartly gets down on the grass, the turf at the 31.
Petros, he's just making great decisions. I mean, he hasn't made a bad decision, maybe one all day.
It's amazing. And this offense, I mean, both of these guys, it's exactly how these offensive mad scientists, Art Briles and Dana Holgorsen, would draw it up. Mike Leach is smiling somewhere.
Now both coached with Leach. That's why they found this offense close. In fact, they'll give him a first down. Yes, Quentin Spain, the left tackle. Nice seal block on that outside edge.
They coached with Mike Leach at Texas Tech in 2000, 2001, 2002. Dana stayed there for quite a while Art got the job at Houston.
Great catch, hip high on the hands of J.D. Woods. That's concentration, Joel. You're the old quarterback. You got to appreciate that catch from J.D. Woods.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There are times during a game when a quarterback's only route is to throw the ball in a tough spot for the wide receiver. And you just ask your wide receivers, hey, a couple of different times, you're going to need to bail me out.
Pedals back over the middle. Nice catch at the 5-yard line. Jordan Thompson, true freshman, Katy, Texas.
If you're open, Geno Smith will find you, and he's going to hit you in the chest. First and goal from the 5.
50 ticks, now it's running on that first half clock here in Morgantown. Baylor shows blitz, here they come. Cut back, inside the 5, still on his feet. He is Bowie to the 2. Bowie and Clay in the backfield with Geno Smith. Quick throw, got man coverage up top. Touchdown, Baylor! "11 consecutive completions for Geno Smith. He hit 14 in a row earlier in this game, and this offensive show continues.
There's nothing to say. You cannot throw a fade better than that inside the 5-yard line.
Geno Smith, the 8th time in his career now, 4 touchdown throws, and we're not even through the first half. Extra point, good. Bailey now with 3 touchdowns in this first half, 24 in his career, and that moves him past Cedric Thomas for most career touchdown catches in West Virginia history.
But he better watch out. His teammate is only 2 behind him. Tavon Austin is right behind him. They're going to be in the end zone quite a bit more during the course of this season.
Well, if you had to break down Geno's grade on his percent on completion, what would that be in this first half? He wanted 100%. He's near it. Stoneham with a return to the 35-yard line. Baylor down 7. Florence, delay. Seastrunk could not escape the grasp of Josh Francis. That's what you call staying at home. Now the clock under 10. That could be the final play of this wild first half. Florence breaks out of the pocket. Little pitch out. Sampson. Oh my! Touchdown! This place was rocking. They thought Florence was down and then just threw it on the run. And that ball travels to the end zone with Lanier Sampson.
What's the fastest way to quiet down 60,000 people? I think Nick Florence just showed us.
We're going to look at this, though, because the question was beyond the line of scrimmage. James is a replay official, and he's looking at exactly what you are at home.
This was very close. Oh. Based on our blue line, I think initial look, that one may come back. just like if they were to have ruled that he was across, I don't know if they could have overturned the other one.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
So Florence had the foot planted. 33-yard line, the blue marker. You make a great point. It's not official, but it's just a line of reference. And the replay crew, led by David Ames, confirm it's a touchdown, 67 yards. And the PAT will tie this game at 35.
Unbelievable.
Picks up and good. 70-point half between Baylor and West Virginia. It's halftime in Morgantown. We take you back now for the Pizza Hut halftime report, and here's Patrick.
This is Kevin Frazier, and welcome back to Fox College Football. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in our broadcast.
Bowie, big hole, cuts it back to the 49. Joel, as you know, again, I refer to you as the old quarterback. You're not that old, but on that first down, you get 8 or 9 yards. That second down play is a free one.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you get the double moves, the play action. They've got a fullback in. Look for a heavy play action pass right now from West Virginia.
Second down 2 for Geno Smith. Crowd just settling back in after a wild first half. There's a spin off a tackle and back to the line of scrimmage. Ahmad Dixon with the tackle.
They had so much success with the running game that's what started opening up the outside, and Stedman Bailey right now has one-on-one coverage at the bottom of your screen.
Now, I'm surprised they went to the ground on that play. That brings up 3rd and short now with Bowie and Clay in the backfield. Bowie gets the call. First down, 45-yard line. Josh Jenkins, the left guard, with a nice block up front to pop him. Bowie's been impressive. He's not a big back, Joel, by any means. He's 5'9", about 188, but he's shifty. He uses that body well. It can slide through traffic.
You can tell just by the sound. It's a physical game down there when they start handing the football off. Baylor's still bringing some wood from the defensive perspective.
Fresh downs, 1st and 10 at the 45. Baylor's pressure off the edge. There's a tackle broken. Austin, see ya. 10-5, touchdown. Tavon Austin. Joel, these are just not little 5- and 6-yard dinks. All afternoon, Baylor and West Virginia have traded big play after big play. This one goes 45 yards.
You saw the blitz from both outside edges and no middle safety. Cover 0, man-to-man, no help deep. That's a problem when Tavon Austin is on the field, because there's no defensive player that's quick enough to stay with him.
Well, the only thing that hasn't gone right for West Virginia, what's this? The little touchdown leap. 42-35, Mountaineers.
This is Kevin Frazier, and welcome back to Fox College Football. Due to time constraints, we'll move ahead in our broadcast.
Clouds, dark clouds moving overhead here at Milan Puskar Stadium. Sold out on a homecoming weekend here in Morgantown. They'll talk about this one for many, many moons. First down, 28-yard line. Quick throw near side. Bailey, he's so tough in the open field, spins his way to the 50-yard line.
This is exactly what Baylor was concerned with to open the game, but it has only reared its ugly head late in the first half and now in the second half. Missed tackles in the open field. Phil Bennett, the defensive coordinator, telling us we cannot miss tackles, and they're starting to do so. I think Baylor is starting to get a bit tired.
At midfield, 1st and 10. They load up the backfield. Jordan Thompson will get the call, and he's dropped for a 2-yard loss by Hager, the middle linebacker.
How about this shake and bake on Joe Williams? Stedman Bailey, Tavon Austin. They are fantastic players. And by the way, Tavon Austin back on the field.
Yeah, that was a roar from the crowd you heard as Tavon returns to the field. Gaudy numbers by Stedman Bailey in this football game. Quick throw. That ball just right through the hands of Tavon. That falls incomplete. Third down.
Crucial play right now for Baylor. 3rd and 12. It's still a one-possession game. You have to find a pass rush on Geno Smith. He's been able to sit back in the pocket and just pick them apart. 33 of 37. 6 touchdowns is the school record. He's got 5 right now.
Mark Bulger, who had a tremendous career here, went on to the pros with 6 in a game. Geno sets his feet. Patient. Looks downfield. Got a man open up top. Austin, touchdown, West Virginia.
This is why you've got to create a pass rush. If you give Geno Smith too much time and the offensive line does a great job of protecting, he's going to find a win in the back half. Tavon Austin was matched up with middle linebacker Bryce Hager, and that was far too long for Bryce Hager to have to cover one of the most explosive wide receivers in all of college football.
Tyler Bittenkurt with the extra point. What an afternoon for Tavon Austin.
This is Kevin Frazier, and welcome back to Fox College Football. Due to time constraints, we'll move ahead in our broadcast.
Now 1st and 10. Mountaineers want to try to run some clock maybe as they run the ball maybe a yard to the 49-yard line. Bowie came in averaging over 5 yards a carry. Geno Smith on the play action. Goes up top. Over the shoulder catch. Stedman Bailey again. Burns that Baylor secondary.
You cannot throw the deep ball any better than Geno Smith has thrown it today. Right on the outside shoulder. Drops it perfectly for Stedman Bailey.
47 yards.
Is an absolute clinic, Craig. I tell you what, Geno Smith is playing amazing football.
1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Geno fires a strike, and he'll slide across inside the 1. Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey have been a lethal combination today with Geno Smith. Second down and goal. Bowie and Cody Clay in the backfield alongside Geno Smith. Hit a pile. Bowie stopped and dropped. No gain. Good hit as Hager and Terrence Lloyd teamed up to make the hit. 3rd down and goal. Bowie trying to jump it up and over. Touchdown.
They got the all-out blitz from Baylor, but Bowie is able to go up and over the top. Coming down right on the goal line for the touchdown. Impressive drive from West Virginia, highlighted by the beautiful deep ball from Geno Smith down the left sidelines to Stedman Bailey.
Extra point. Kick is up and good. A dominating 3rd quarter. It was 35-35 at the half. A 21-point run by West Virginia. 5:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. College football here on Fox. How about Geno Smith? He's now tossed a school record 486 yards. It breaks his own record that he set a year ago. But the numbers, 36 of 40, 6 touchdowns. So a record of passing yards in a game, and ties the record, or breaks the record now, or ties it with Mark Bulger, pardon me, with 6 touchdown throws in a ball game. Goal line. Stoneham hops and skips, not once but twice, and multiple flags on the field. Looks like confetti. Martin, 3 yards to the 39. I think Nick Florence, Philip Montgomery, who's the offensive coordinator for the Bears, just trying to reestablish, Joel, I think, some confidence, and then try maybe for the big play. Down 21. Long ball, contact, no flag comes out. Both fighting for the ball. Carl Joseph, the freshman, up against Tevin Reese.
He's the first true freshman to start at safety here for the Mountaineers since 2008. Here's that hand fighting that was going on. See how he turns back to the ball? If he just plays the player, Tevin Reese, he might get a flag called, but a nice play from Carl Joseph to turn around towards the ball. Doesn't draw the penalty flag, forces a 3rd and 6.
Not as confident as this Baylor offense as they were in the first half. Florence checked again on the sideline. Hot slant. Williams breaks a tackle, and a first down at the West Virginia 48-yard line.
Terrence Williams has been the go-to guy on 3rd down. Comes through huge with a conversion there.
Now they go hurry up. Quick throw, far side. That ball incomplete. Lanier Sampson took a hard hit. The Buck, Josh Francis, with the hit.
Sampson coming into this game had a 33-game reception streak, 3rd longest in the country. Got 2 today, so that moved to 34.
2nd down and 10. Florence throws, and he'll toss it to the West Virginia sideline. Big 3rd down.
Here comes some sort of pressure, it looks like.
Florence steps in the pocket, throws. Finds a target, far side of the field, Levi Norwood. And a big conversion. They needed 10, they got 12.
Watch the patience from Florence, because initially the coverage is good, and then right at the last second, he gets some separation. The ball is there. Great timing from Baylor in order to convert a 3rd and 10.
Clock under 4 minutes here in the 3rd. Florence, deep ball, man coverage up top. Touchdown, Baylor. Terrence Williams. They use that body. He's 6'2". Went and got it over the back of Broderick Jenkins.
This is what 6'2" will do for you. Athletic play from Terrence Williams. Good throw from Nick Florence. But that whole drive was started by the personal foul from West Virginia earlier in the series. That's what got the whole momentum going for the Baylor Bears.
Extra point. Up and good. Baylor strikes back. They trim it to 14 on Fox.
This is Kevin Frazier, and welcome back to Fox College Football. Due to time constraints, we'll move ahead in our broadcast.
Back in Morgantown, homecoming. Also, the Mountaineers, Big 12 conference football debut. What a debut it's been. Look at the scoring. It was all tied up at 35 at the half. An explosion by the Mountaineers in quarter number 3. A bounce back touchdown by Baylor. And they're on the move again here with 15 minutes to play.
Critical series. Baylor has to score a touchdown here to keep pace with West Virginia. They finally got off the field as a defense, got some confidence. They're resting on the sidelines as a defense, but the offense has to convert this 3rd down.
Up the middle, spinning out of one tackle. He got it. Glasgow, Martin, and Petros. Nick Florence doing a superb job himself, not being overshadowed, or at least trying not to be overshadowed by Geno.
My goodness, guys. I mean, almost 450 yards for Nick Florence throwing the ball. And he is what his coaches described him to be, stable and strong.
So Luby was bounced down to turf hard at the 2-yard line.
That's a great point, Petros. He is stable. He's coming in for RG3, and he's done a heck of a job. And he's done a heck of a job today.
Back to the ground. So Luby tried to sneak in. He's short. Now, don't forget, RG3, guys, Heisman winner, 4,200 passing yards a year ago, 37 touchdowns. He ran for 10 more. And Florence has taken it all in stride. He's under center, keeper. Waiting, touchdown. A delayed call by the official at the goal line. Touchdown, Florence.
That is a character drive from Nick Florence and the Baylor Bears. This game was all but sewn up. 3-touchdown game. Baylor hadn't stopped West Virginia at all, and really still hasn't. But in order to get down there and get within one score, what a drive from Nick Florence.
Joel, West Virginia, 3 unanswered touchdowns, and now 2 unanswered by Baylor. And the chip shot for the extra point is good, and all of a sudden, it's a 7-point ball game in Morgantown. 56-49 on Fox. A little rest will do you good in a game like this.
The fatigue factor is going to play a part in this game. With just over 14 minutes left, Nick Florence and Baylor coming back, storming back, really. I mean, right back into this ball game.
You know, you have to tip a hat to Florence.
Yeah.
I mean, the RG3 talk of last year, he was the face of college football. You know what? Florence says, look, I learned from a great player. I flourish under learning from him, and look what he's produced today. Thompson tackled back at the 13-yard line.
Geno Smith now comes out. This is the formation that has given Baylor a lot of problems. An empty set, 2 wide receivers to your top, 3 to the bottom.
They put a man in motion. That's Austin. Up top, wide open. Oh my, busted coverage. Bailey on the run. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Scrimmage. He's one of the most productive players in the country. The identification from the defense was nowhere to be found. I would rather leave anybody else on the field wide open rather than Stedman Bailey. Art Briles has got to be very disappointed with his defense right now.
Bailey, school record, 260 receiving yards on 11 receptions. 4 touchdowns for Bailey. 63-49 Mountaineers. Oh, the push-ups. It's been a long day in Morgantown. 63-49 Mountaineers.
He's not going all the way back up.
Those are short arms.
Petros, you got to get down there and show him how to do the real push. You got to go all the way up, not just the half push-ups.
I told the Mountaineer he looks like a T-Rex doing those push-ups. That's not okay.
Total offense in this game, 1,286 yards. And still just under 14 minutes to go. West Virginia with a kick, it's away. At the 2-yard line is Goodley. 20, 25, room at the 30. Flags are down at the 35-yard line. That one came from the backside. And now another test for Baylor to try to answer back. They go to the ground with Salubi. He'll push the pile up near the 20. Call it the 18-yard line. It'll be second down and call it 6. Florence stands up in that pocket, flushed out. On the run, heads to the sideline, stiff arms, and then dances out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Great awareness, Joel, of where the sticks are. First down by a yard.
And where the line of scrimmage is, too, because it looked like he wanted to stand up late and throw that ball, but he realized he was across the line of scrimmage, tucks it down, finds the first down marker, and gets it with his feet.
Fresh downs at the 25. Florence under pressure, threw it up high, and it's incomplete. Tevin Reese was the intended receiver, and Florence gets a hand up.
Doug Rigg, the outside linebacker, he's going to be the one putting pressure on Florence. Just bang right in the chest as Florence released that football. That's why the ball was high. He couldn't really come over that throw and finish it.
Second down. Quick throw, Reese spins out of a tackle, reaches forward, looks to have a first down at the 46-yard line.
The pressure that both of these offenses put on defenders to tackle in the open field is immense. And Carl Joseph, the true freshman, gets just enough to get him down to the ground. The only hard part, he still got the first down.
Florence back to work. Home run ball up top. There's contact. Flags are down and a catch at the 10-yard line. Terrence Williams, the go-to guy, makes the reception, but flags are down as both receiver and defender battle
Pass
for
interference,
possession.
Defense, number 5. Penalties decline. Result of the play, first down.
Jersey got caught up there. That's number 6, Pat Miller. Been in the middle of a lot of action today with Terrence Williams. He's clearly got his jersey. And Williams does the proper thing and continues to run. That's how you get the jersey to be stretched away from the body, and it becomes obvious for the officials. So a smart play by wide receiver Terrence Williams.
A lot of time left. Hit the 12-minute mark. Baylor trying to knock on that door once again. They try the middle of West Virginia. Salubi stopped. No gain.
They've had a lot of success, Baylor has, with a little play action fake to a guy like Salubi, and then trying to run those hook routes behind the linebackers, but no back in the backfield here for Nick Florence.
Second down. Quick throw. Salubi reaches out past the 10. They'll knock him down at the 7-yard line.
Carl Joseph, again, the true freshman, 197 pounds, 2-time Orlando Sentinel Player of the Year. You can tell why. He's a terrific player for West Virginia. He'll be a great player for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Here.
He came in with 18 tackles and 1 sack. As I mentioned, Joe DeForce, very high. As the coordinator told us, this kid has a very high football IQ. Quick throw up top. Touchdown, Baylor. Antoine Goodley picks up his first touchdown. Rarely used wide receiver that backs up Terrence Williams, and Florence finds him in the end zone. Extra point. It's up and good.
There's nothing Terrence Garvin could do. When you throw the ball this well and this perfectly, the defense has got no shot. Baylor hanging tough, 63-56. We still got 10 minutes left.
How about nearly 11?
He's still got more touchdown passes than incompletions. This is blowing my mind. He's thrown it 43 times. He's got 5 incompletions, 7 touchdown passes.
And 577 yards.
That's not right. You're not supposed to do that. You can't even, quarterbacks don't even dream of a game like that the night before a game. It's like, wow, that's just a dream. This is better than a dream.
You know, Joel, you made a great point. It's what you do in November, but you know what? If it's even from here on out among some of the candidates as that ball is down 5 yards deep, this game And Petros, this game could be the defining moment for Geno Smith and holding the Heisman in New York in December.
It really could be. It is one that they'll point to, but he's got to continue to put up numbers. But guys, this is one of the most explosive and high-scoring games between two ranked teams ever. I mean, Baylor's 24th, West Virginia's 7th. They're both undefeated. This isn't one powerhouse versus a 1-3 team. I mean, we're really seeing something special here this afternoon in Morgantown.
Great point. Both undefeated. West Virginia number 9, Baylor number 25 in the country. Geno Smith out of the pocket, throws, and a hard tackle thrown down. Nick Johnson brought some pressure, and a rare pressure by Baylor.
I remember, let's go back one season, guys, to the bowl season. And it was Baylor in the Alamo Bowl that put up crazy points, 67 against Washington. Well, it was just a few days later in the Orange Bowl when West Virginia and Geno Smith put up 70 points against Clemson. So these schools used to things like that. By the way, those were bowl records. The 67 was a bowl record, and then the 70 beat that record.
The loss of nearly 2, second down, call it 12. In traffic, tough throw, tough catch at the 27-yard line. J.D. Woods, there's the eyes shielded by Geno Smith.
Petros, Baylor needs to get back to pressuring. That's when they had success and got off the field. And it's this situation. Force the underneath throw rather than letting Geno Smith sit in the pocket and pick you apart down the field.
It's not going to be easy, though, Joe. I mean, they had their opportunities to hit him in the first half, but now he's got so much confidence. And like you talked about earlier, Baylor's defense is tired.
Empty backfield, Geno Smith. Bears show some blitz on the corner. Now they pull back. They bring it up the middle. Geno throws. You think that arm's tired? No. That was a tough throw. Near side, J.D. Woods, the reception at the 40-yard line.
I don't like it because Baylor tried to come from depth, meaning that they tried to hold their water and blitz from where they were initially lined up rather than at the line of scrimmage. Well, you're not going to get there. That takes too long. The disguise isn't as Geno Smith is too experienced for that. He knows what you're trying to do, and therefore the corner was hung out. One-on-one coverage.
Oh, he prides,
West Virginia.
And he prides himself. Yeah. He prides himself on those reads. He is so good at Bowie, the ball carrier. 2 yards, maybe 3 to the 43-yard line. 12 for Bailey, 13 for Austin, 12 for Woods. He's got 2 200-yard receivers and one that's over 100.
This is crazy. This is crazy. That's why, you know, at some point the defense has to say, we're not going to just let you stand back there because you've proven that you can do that.
Clock under 9 minutes. Here in the fourth. Play action. Smith sells it. Wants the middle of the field. Incomplete. There was some pushing, some shoving. And the official kept the flag in his pocket. Austin was looking back saying, how about a flag? Josh Wilson, Joe Williams, double coverage for Baylor.
It looked like, from my vantage point, that there was equal hand fighting going on. Watch tape on it. His arm goes out as well. I thought that it was a good no call by the official because there wasn't a clear culprit with the contact down the field.
Third down, play clock to 4. Geno Smith, hard pressure, doesn't run often, but there's another hook slide. So smart, 45-yard line of Baylor and a first down.
I know that they got a first down, but that's what they need to keep doing because they're forcing Geno Smith off of his throwing spot. They say, well, we might give up a big play. Well, you've already given up the big play if you're Baylor. So at this point, you've got nothing to lose by trying to disrupt the timing of West Virginia's offense.
Fresh downs at the 47. On the ground, picking his way through traffic is Bowie. They'll get him down to the 41. 63-56 here in West Virginia. Second down for the Mountaineers. Throw, Thompson, near side. Knocked down near a first down. This depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to move the chains, and they are at the 37-yard line.
Chance Casey came up and made that tackle. He broke down and kind of waited for the wide receiver to come to him. That's what allowed him to ultimately get to the sticks and move him for a first down. How about the rhythm Dana Holgerson's been in today? You know, you don't score 63 points just because your players are good. You got to call the right plays, get in the right concepts, get in the right formations, and he's done that against Baylor.
Came over from Oklahoma State as offensive coordinator to take the helm here at West Virginia. Probably the best stand against the run for Baylor as Lackey came in to make the hit on Bowie.
A third down stop starts with good first down defense, getting the opponent behind the chains, off schedule. Now Baylor's got that opportunity. This is the time right here to step up, force some sort of kick from your opponent, whether it's a punt or a field goal.
West Virginia 11 of 14 on third down conversions. Right now they're looking at second down. Play action. Geno Smith, good protection. Wants the deep ball. Up top, touchdown. Stedman Bailey. Geno Smith are assassins. Joel, again, the fact that Baylor allows Geno Smith the time to find the open man.
They only rush 3 and the pocket is perfect. And Geno Smith is allowed all day to find Bailey, who actually does a great job of tricking the defenders into stopping. He slows down, makes them think, oh, the play must be dead behind me. Bang, speeds up, touchdown, West Virginia.
Extra point. It's good. And West Virginia on homecoming. They hit the 70-point mark against the Baylor Bears. What a day. Geno Smith and one Stedman Bailey on Fox. I'm rethinking a lot of things today. Great performance. Stedman Bailey, 303 yards on 13 receptions. That's 23 yards, Joel, every time he touched the football. 5 touchdowns. I mean, he's just having a record-breaking day.
300 yards receiving, and he's out on the kickoff team.
No return for Baylor. You know, in many cases, Joel, you would think this game's out of reach, but not for Baylor, who has the incredible ability to strike and hurry. On the ground.
Not going to be run plays that do that, though, so time is a factor here. Just under 6 minutes. I know that they're a fast, quick strike offense, but 2 scores are needed by Art Briles and the Bears.
That was a pickup of 7. Again on the ground. First down. They move the chain. C-Strunk his second straight carry. So a first down, 36-yard line. But you're right, the clock will continue to run here as we close in on 5 minutes of play, and a 14-point advantage for West Virginia. On a knee, sliding. The catch is made by Williams.
Terrence Williams has had a great day, and it's been on plays like that, the hitch patterns, the curl routes on the outside with the soft coverage, and Florence has been able to find him.
14 receptions, 257 yards for Williams as he strunk.
Petros, I'm confused with all the run plays. Time is a factor for Baylor right now.
The only thing I could think is that Philip Montgomery, the offensive coordinator, is trying to catch West Virginia off guard and pop a long one like they did in that Alamo Bowl, but it's not happening.
Third down, short. No. Lost a yard. Back to the 43. Interesting play call.
Now they're going to have to stay on the field for a 4th down, and here's the ball game for Art Briles, a must convert for his offense.
He coached 21 years in the Texas high school ranks. Head coach at Houston had a stop with Leach at Texas Tech. Quick throw, down low. And a completion at the 48-yard line to Terrence Williams.
They go right back to the guy that has been huge for them all day long, Terrence Williams, for the biggest conversion of the day. And now they're going to have to move under 4 minutes.
On the play action, Florence. Deep ball up top. Caught inside the 10-yard line. And Williams having a monster day. He'll take it at the 8-yard line. And Baylor is still in business. 44 yards. They stop the clock to set the chains. 3:44 to play. They call in 1 or 2 or 3 plays in that huddle?
Potentially, but that's 20 seconds they just wasted.
First and goal inside the 10-yard line. Florence, one pump, end zone, ball batted down, incomplete. That stops the clock on the incompletion with 3:15 to play.
You know they're going to want to try to go to Terrence Williams, and he was getting double covered. They tried a little double move, a slant and go.
Like a player lost his shoe on that far sideline, and now he's going to have to leave the game. That was Niver, number 18, the tight end. Joel, there's 5 coaches on that field, all throwing different signals at Nick Florence. He's got the call and the ball and the throw. Contact. Incomplete. The ball hit Norwood about the same time Carl Joseph laid the wood on him.
That's a lot of faith in a true freshman safety. They run an all-out blitz and put the true freshman man-to-man on the inside receiver, and he did a heck of a job in one-on-one coverage inside the 10. And his field awareness, knowing that he had to get there before the goal line to bat that ball away.
3:13 on the clock, 3rd down and goal. Up top, they want to jump it. Got it.
Take another look at this ball from this point of view. Just thrown so perfect right over the defender's head. Even if he jumped, it looked like it was a little too high and yet had enough touch to come down in the back of the end zone to Terrence Williams. Boy, he is in him.
And Terrence Williams keeps Baylor in this football game. 3:08 to play. Now Aaron Jones will try to cut it to 7. Kicks up and good.
1,400 yards of total offense in this game, and we got a 1-possession game. So the question becomes, are you going to go onside for Art Briles? I think he's got to at 3 minutes, just because Geno Smith has more touchdown passes than incompletions. You cannot bank on a stop if you're Art Briles and Baylor. I think he's got to take the chance. An onside kick here.
70-63. Are we playing basketball, by the way?
It feels like it.
NBA preseason doesn't start for another couple of weeks. Here we go. Baylor decides to kick it and kick it deep. No return. That ball comes down to the 25-yard line. Well, now time for today's Reese's Perfect Play, and Joel Klatt, pick what you like.
Well, I can't. I'm not going to pick one, so I'm just going to go with Geno Smith. Everything he's done today, because it really has been one of the most impressive performances that I have ever witnessed firsthand by a quarterback. His numbers are absolutely insane. 43 of 49, 635 yards, 8 touchdown passes. They've been accurate. He's been accurate with the deep ball. He's protected himself with his feet. He's thrown accurately in the middle of the field with arm strength. He's done everything well today. 8 touchdowns and only 6 incompletions on the day.
Now, one reason why Baylor may have decided to kick away Art Briles, they've got 3 timeouts. They get a stop here. They can stop the clock and hopefully get the ball back. And they get a big stop on 1st down. In fact, a loss of 1 as the middle backer, Bryce Hager, came just right up the gut and put Bowie on his backside, and a timeout burned.
And because of those timeouts, and I know that this sounds crazy, but Petros, I might think about, if I'm Dana Holgorsen, putting the game in Geno Smith's hands and throwing the football here.
Oh, absolutely, because otherwise you know the Bears are going to get the ball back, and then you're dealing with Nick Florence and Terrence Williams. So I think Geno Smith has got to finish this game like he started the game, which is throwing the ball all over the place to Stedman Bailey and Tavon Austin primarily.
It's completely unconventional, but it's what has to happen for them.
And make sure you stay tuned. More football. I guarantee you, it's the second game of our doubleheader here on FX, presented by Geico. Arizona State looking to stay unbeaten in Pac-12 play as they take on the Cal Bears in Berkeley. That's coming up next on FX. Second down. Geno Smith, play action. Good again, protection, throw. Oh, what a one-handed grab. J.D. Woods. J.D. Woods out of bounds, 38-yard line. I want Joey and Eddie to look at this play as a potential catch of the day.
Oh my goodness. One hand, he never even put the second hand on it. Not only did he catch it, he doesn't balance it with the other hand. He just tucks it right in to the right side and goes and gets the conversion. Unbelievable. The most inaccurate pass that Geno has thrown all day gets bailed out by J.D. Woods.
1st and 10, West Virginia. 2:28 to play. They hand it off to Bowie. He's stacked up, maybe a yard to the 39. Lackey was there. Second down and 9. Geno rolls, throws to the flat. Austin, first down, 49-yard line.
And stayed in bounds. How about that? The cerebral wide receiver, Tavon Austin.
Great play.
Goes down, doesn't get the first down, but keeps the clock running. I think that's a bad spot. I thought he was clearly across the first down marker.
Well, from our vantage point, I would agree. I thought he was at the 49-yard line, but they mark him back at the 47. 3rd down and 1. Dustin Garrison in the backfield with Geno Smith. He'll get the carry. Big hole up the middle. Watch out. Stiff arms and is tossed down of bounds at the 37-yard line. And Joe Klatt, that just may cap a wild day in Morgantown. Nice seal. That was 76, Pat Egger. This crowd, this homecoming crowd, celebrating as the clock runs up on a minute to play. Geno Smith on a career afternoon takes a knee. Is there a question? The Hankook performance of the game. Geno Smith, school records for completion, yards, and touchdowns. No interceptions thus far through 4 games in college football.
The knock on Geno Smith early in this season was that West Virginia hadn't played anybody. Even though Maryland was a top 20 defense when they faced them, they said, well, wait until you get into conference play. How does conference play look now? Over 600 yards. Now he has 20 touchdown passes and no interceptions. And West Virginia wins their debut in the Big 12.
Final seconds ticking away. It's been an interesting week in Morgantown. Homecoming celebrations, the anticipation of the Big 12. And it starts off with a bang. 70 to 63.
Final score, West Virginia 70.
West Virginia in a thriller for Joe Klatt, Petros Papadakis, our entire crew. Craig Bullerjack saying so long from Morgantown.